I had the meanest mother in the world. While other kids ate junk food for breakfast, or even skipped it, I'd have cereal or fruit for breakfast every morning of the week. No questions. When others had sausage rolls and pies for lunch, I had to eat a sandwich. And fruit. I had to eat what was put in front of me, especially green vegetables. But at least I wasn't alone in my sufferings. My brother had the same mean mother that I did. My mother insisted on knowing where we were at all times. You'd think we were on parole or something. She had to know who our friends were and where we were going. She insisted that if we said that we'd be gone an hour, that would be 1 hour or less. Not 1 hour and 1 minute. I am nearly baffled by it, but she disciplined us if we defied her, or if we were naughty. Imagine that. Someone actually disciplining a child just because they disobeyed. Now you can begin to see how mean she really was. We had to wash our hands and take a bath, and wear clean clothes. The other kids wore their clothes for days. We were so embarrassed sometimes, just because she made our clothes herself, just to save money. We didn't have the latest toys or gadgets like a Game Boy. Why were we so deprived? The worst is yet to come. We had to be in bed early each night, and be up early the next morning. We couldn't sleep for hours on end just like our friends. So while they slept, my mother actually had the nerve to break the child labour laws. She made us work. We had to make our beds, clean our rooms, wash the dishes, set the table, do the garden. I honestly think that she laid awake at night thinking up mean things to do to us. She always insisted upon us telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, even if it got us into trouble. By the time that we were teenagers, our lives had become even more unbearable. None of this tooting the car horn for us to come out of the house running. She embarrassed us to no end by making our friends, and our friends who were maybe more than friends, come to the door to meet us, and to meet her and Dad. And if I spend the night over with a friend, can you imagine that she actually checked upon me to see if I was really there? I forgot to mention, while my friends were dating at the mature age of 12 and 13, my old-fashioned mother refused to let me date to the age of 15. 15! That is, if you considered going to a supervised school dance a date. And that was maybe twice a year. Through the years, things didn't improve one bit. We couldn't lie in bed, sick like our friends did, and miss school. If our friends had a pretend stomachache or some imaginary mystery ailment, they could stay home for the day. Our marks in school also had to be up to par. My friends' report cards could have straight F's on them. My mother, being as different as she was, would settle for nothing less than A's across the board. As the years rolled by, first one of us, and then the other, was put to shame. We graduated from high school. All the time with our mother behind us, talking, pressuring, encouraging, and demanding respect. None of us was allowed the pleasure of being a dropout. We even got university degrees. Come to think of it, my mother was a complete failure as a mother. We've never been arrested. We respect authority. We didn't drink and drive, didn't crash the car, didn't get wasted on drugs at raves, gate crash parties, physically abused partners, and 1,000,001 other things that our friends did. And whom do we have to blame for the terrible way we turned out? That's right, our mean mother. She forced us to grow up into educated, honest, hardworking, respectful, and now respected adults. Using this as a background, I'm trying to raise my children in a big and confusing world. I stand a little bit taller and am filled with a little bit of pride when my children call their mother mean. "You're mean, Mum!" Because you see, I thank God, because He gave me the meanest mother in the whole wide world. That's That's my mum. I love you, Mum.